Hello and welcome back to Exit Corners. Today we are playing chapter 16, which is called Name and Number. Now we learned some things last time, but we didn't learn all of the things. We just learned some things we should be thinking about, which includes the fact that somebody had been lying about their name, and that person was us. Why are we lying about our name? Now, this chapter is called Name and Number, so name? We lied about our name. I don't know what it means by number though, but I'm sure we're gonna find out soon enough. I'm trying to think if there was any other key details, but the recap will remind us, so let's go. We are on a different route is what I can remember. Ether just came out to everyone about her claustrophobia. Nobody was bothered about that, and it's good that people know now. Previously on Exit Corners. I've come to the conclusion that Ray's got issues. Oh yeah, we learned about his ex. His messed up ex. Just a little while ago, he went absolutely ballistic and smashed his Gemini against the wall. The thing broke into a dozen little pieces. He tried to play it off like it was nothing, but everyone was understandably a little concerned. Beth put some pressure on him and tried to get him to reveal who was on the other end of his Gemini. Nobody knew who Ray's contact was after all, and Beth thought the fact that he was withholding their identity was suspicious. I was inclined to agree. After some persuasion, Ray finally agreed to tell me, and only me. If I heard something fishy, I'd report back to the others, but otherwise, I'd have to agree to keep my mouth shut. I thought this was kind of strange, but everybody seemed to be okay with it, so I didn't fight it. So then Ray told me about his contact, an ex-girlfriend of his. Her name is Tiana. The two of them were high school sweethearts. They ended up both going to Belbridge University for computer science so they could stay together. But at some point during their university career, things took a turn for the worse. I'm not exactly sure what happened between them, but it culminated in Tiana stealing something from Ray, an algorithm which he worked on known as RN, which feels like it might be important, especially since I am having all of these computer, simulation ideas, you know? She plagiarized his work, and Ray didn't get a lick of credit for what he'd been working on. There was a big fight, they broke up, and Ray ended up dropping out. I mean, she stole his scholarship. They could have done it together, surely. Even why should they? Because it was his work. Oh, I hate that bitch, Tiana. And that was pretty much it. Ray's just too embarrassed or prideful to bring it up with the others. I assured the remaining contestants that there was nothing to worry about. We almost died trying to complete the puzzle, but we didn't. So that's good, I guess. Anyway, after the puzzle, I caught Sent in the middle of a lie. He was being all misogynistic when, bam, I reminded him that he told me he wasn't a man. I asked him what his or her deal was, but instead of owning up to his slip-up, he just spouted a crappy cop-out, called me Kim, and ran away. So, Sent is driving these wedges between the group as well. It really does feel like he's trying to plant some paranoia. Also, Ray was already talking to Sent when we went in the room and had asked him a question, which he refused to answer, so I wonder what he'd asked. Maybe something about Tiana, I don't know. And now all eyes are on me. Isn't Kim a girl's name? Gender neutral, actually. It just happens to be much more popular for girls. One of my favorite video game characters is a man named Kim, actually. Kim Kitsuragi is the best boy ever. Okay. I see. Thank you for telling us, Kim. I appreciate the honesty. Don't mention it. Now, if you do me the kindness of continuing to call me Ink, that'd be great. Why? Everyone knows your real name now. Sent probably knew it from the beginning. There's no longer a need to hide behind it. I don't think we're hiding. I think this is what we genuinely like people to call us. Ink is my real name. Or maybe we changed it, legally as well. I don't follow. Is your name Ink or is it Kim? My name was Kim. I changed it a few years back and now it's Ink. You changed your name? How? There's a process. It was a huge pain in the ass, to tell you the truth. Moving on. Why'd you change your name? I didn't like the old one and I wanted a fresh start. Can we just leave it at that? Is this going to be important to why we're here? Do we have some secret past? You can't simply discard your name just because you aren't fond of it. Your parents blessed you with that name. Hello, Beth. You're not that old-fashioned, are you? Yeah, well, I'm not especially fond of them either. Listen, can we just drop this? This isn't exactly something I'm itching to talk about right now. Oh, Ink. There's power in a name, you know? What a shame you threw yours away. Beth, do not get judgmental on me right now. There is certainly a story behind it, and I know it. Why do you even care? This has nothing to do with you. I just can't understand why you do such a thing. Your poor parents. Oh, fuck off, Beth. Maybe his parents were the worst people in the world. And you've never changed your name, Beth? When you married your husband, you kept your last name, right? That's completely different. I adopted my husband's name out of love for him. You threw away yours out of what? Spite? Beth, you are old and wise enough to know that you are making judgments where you do not know the full story. So shut the fuck up and sit down. I'm proud to carry the last name Marsh. It's a name with a history, with meaning. Can you really say the same in regards to your name? You named yourself after a colouring fluid. Beth, being so harsh. Aren't we at university for writing? Ink Greer is like a good author name. It's a good pen name at the very least. Like, no pun intended at all. And why shouldn't he just choose something that he likes? Fuck off, Beth. Okay. Fuck off, Beth. That's pissed me off. You named yourself after a colouring fluid. But it's so edgy. Shut up, Liza. Everyone wants to be someone else. You would too, given the chance. I wouldn't dream of it. I'm a Thatcher, after all. Right, wait, we are learning everyone's surnames here. Liza Thatcher. Marsh, did she say? Beth Marsh? My name is actually worth something. Plus, it's our first name we changed, right? I don't know about the second name. Thatcher. Ray, who had been quietly fiddling with the monitor, quickly cut back into their conversation. Is this Tiana's sister? Your name is Liza Thatcher? That's right. Only child and the heiress to the Thatcher Biometrics Limited. God damn it, you're Nolan Thatcher's daughter. The one and only. You've heard of him, I take it? Why didn't you mention this sooner? This shit's important. She did mention it a couple of hours ago, actually. Though, I guess you weren't in the room at the time. Why? Do you know him, Ray? I'm surprised neither you nor either do. He's on the Belbridge University Sponsorship Council. At least he used to be. He used to be a professor way back before he started his company. I don't think he's so much as gone to the university in years, though. Huh. Things are starting to come together now. That would mean that everyone but Beth has a connection to Belbridge U in some way. Damn, maybe we are connected after all. Does someone there have a bone to pick with us or something? Are we in Tiana's project right now? There's no way to know for sure, but this is a start at least. Liza. Oh wait, Liza. Do you think you could ask your father if he knows of any of us? If he was on the sponsorship council, he might know something we don't. Oh, and you should ask him if he knows a Sean Ward too. I'm on it. Also, can you tell him he's a son of a bitch for me? I never got to tell him that in person. Excuse me? You heard me. Tell your father he's a son of a bitch for me, will ya? I paid good money to go to that school and it went right down the drain. Is he not qualified to be on the council or something? Huh? No, that guy's pretty smart actually. I read part of his thesis. It was on brainwaves or something. It isn't exactly my field, but apparently he's made some pretty significant discoveries. We're in an experiment! We're in some sort of brain experiment. Oh, but embezzlement is embezzlement. Her dad's a thief. Oh shit. That's a filthy lie. Where did you hear that? The only thing that's filthy is your father's check-in history. He's been siphoning money from the school for years. My father would never do something like that. He's a sponsor for crying out loud. Yeah, that's what he makes it look like. And then, shut up, you're just a bitter dropout. That's got nothing to do with it. Okay guys, as glad as I am that we're piecing things together, I don't want this conversation to come to blows. Liza, ignore this guy and go message your dad. Ray, let's start on this room's puzzle. And why would I do that? You think you're our leader or something? Do you have any better ideas on what to do right now? Yeah, I could start on the next puzzle. What? That's what I just said. No, you said to start on this room's puzzle. Problem being, I already solved it. Already? When did you do that? Just now, when you guys were arguing over Ink's name. It was pretty simple and had a bit of computer science focus, so I got it right away. Oh, nice. Hurry up or I'm going to solve the next one on my own too. I'll join you, Ray. Come along, everyone. I'll catch up to you guys when I'm done messaging my father. Would you like me to wait for you? Why would I want that? You'd be wasting your time. Go on, get started. Oh, shut down. Of course. With a small bow, Beth followed Ray into the next room. Now is probably a good time to message Sean. Good idea. Are you still alive, buddy? You didn't get caught, did you? Are you there? Please let me know that you're okay. Sean? This had better not be a joke. Sean? Oh god. A bead of sweat rolled down the side of Ink's head. Even I forgot that we should have been messaging Sean. Ether put her hands on his droopy shoulders. What's the matter? Sean isn't responding. I'm worried. There, I'm sure your friend's alright. The girl moved in for a hug. Ink offered no resistance. He's probably just busy, right? I really don't know, Ether. I don't want to think about it. I'm sorry to hear about your friend, Ink. I hope he's okay. You guys ought to message your contacts again. Make sure they're watching their backs. I can do that, yeah. I'm not entirely sure my father needs to worry about that, but I suppose there's no harm in another warning. You never know. I didn't think Sean of all people could get caught, and yet. Hey, you don't know for sure that something's happened to him. Maybe you should go help Ray and Beth with the puzzle. It'll help take your mind off it. Maybe he smashed his Gemini. That's probably a good idea. It's not like there's anything I can do to help Sean at this point anyway. I'll come join you guys when I'm done messaging my father. Sure, but don't be too long. Okay. Upon making his way to the next room, something caught Ink's eye. Huh? Why does that painting bother me so much? 379. I don't like it. It stands out really bad. 379. Ink ran his hand along the canvas but felt only rough coffin and dried paint. Coffin? Did I say coffin? I meant cotton. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Then why does this make me so uneasy? Is it the number? Is it like because the one looks like... Well, the one on the Gemini looks like a 7. 379. You've noticed it too, huh? Noticed what? That huge painting with the numbers emblazoned on it? It's sort of hard to miss. Not the painting per se, but the number itself. 379. It's been showing up all over the place. Don't you think it's a bit strange? Is it? Is it? I remember seeing it here and there, but I don't remember it. Right, I'm writing it down. 379. Where else does it come up at? It's more than just here and there. I've seen it on the walls, on our Gemini, and in some of the puzzle's default layouts. And there's probably more than just that. So whoever built this place really likes that number. It's an Easter egg or something? I don't know. You don't think it could be something more? Ink gave the girl an apathetic look. What was she getting at? You think I'm stupid, don't you? No, not at all. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. I mean, yeah, this thing with the number 379 is a little weird. What do you think it means? I'm not sure, but someone wants us to know about that number. Who? Sent? Maybe? Either way, I know it's important. And how do you know that? Well, it wouldn't be here if it wasn't. I just know. Eva straightened up, perhaps realizing that she wouldn't get through to Ink. Is this number important to you? I'm sorry, just forget it. You clearly don't care. Wow. I don't mean to be rude, but there's only one recurring number I care about now, and it sure isn't 379. There's another recurring number? Haven't you noticed? There's another number that keeps cropping up. That number is... I didn't even notice the 379. How am I going to notice an individual number? 1, 2, 3, or 4? So... I've got nothing. There's 4 doors to get out? Maybe? A lot of the puzzles seem to be in 5s, but 5 isn't here. 4. I don't know. That number is 4. What, have you seen 4 before? You're kidding, right? It's everywhere. We're in the 4 Elements Hotel for starters. There are 4 corners and 4 key cards. There are 4 elevators in the elevator hall and even 4 pitchers of water in the main lounge. I could probably list some more if you press me. There's one big problem with all this though. It's because there are 5 of us, isn't it? 5 contestants in the game that seems set up for only 4. Yeah, because I have been saying there's probably a corner for each person. Are we not supposed to be here? There's an extra player. You can probably guess why I haven't pointed this out until now. What a good stab in the dark from me there. I wonder what would have happened if we chose 1, 2, or 3. We'd just become suspicious of each other all over again. I knew you wouldn't freak out over this, which is why I told you, but try not to tell the others. I'd hate to revert to having to watch my back all the time again. I won't bring it up, don't worry. It isn't even necessarily a bad thing. Best case scenario, Sent just added one of us at the last minute. Who do you think it is? The extra player. Who knows? It could be you, it could be me for all I know. Also, didn't everyone else wake up in their own rooms and we were sharing? So it's me or her. And I think it's probably me. Ink looked to the floor and sighed. Maybe I'm putting too much thought into this. I didn't mean to freak you out. Do you no longer trust the other contestants? I trust them, but I don't think we should leave anyone unattended. You know, as a precaution. In that case, I'm going to keep Liza company a little while longer. I still need to message my father anyway. Sound good? Sounds good, sidekick. I think we'll find out more. Like, I think Beth is definitely supposed to be here because of the whole green situation. And maybe we'll get some more insight as we get to the next corner about a second person. But I do think me or Ether is not supposed to. But at the same time, we're definitely supposed to be here because he knew our real name. It's very weird. As expected, Beth and Ray were standing in front of the monitor attempting to solve the puzzle. Hey, you guys want a hand with that? Sure. Don't seem too tough, but there's no sense in turning down extra help. That's a different Ray. Ray's usually a, no, I can do it myself. Equalize. Equalize. What does that mean? So what can move here? Right, hold on, reset. So wait, we can't... Alright, so we can switch the months with the months. We can switch the numbers with the numbers. Hold on, let me reset it again. Oh, there. February 17 equals March 19. I mean, this isn't the solution. We haven't even done anything, but... So what, January equals... No, this isn't the right answer, so... What the fuck does this mean? Is this to do with the 379? Could the 7 have been something other than a 7? Was it like a more than sign or like an arrow? Let's ask Beth. Any ideas, Beth? Pardon me? The puzzle, I mean. Do you have any ideas on how to solve it? Oh. No, none as of yet. I'm sorry. I suppose I was lost in my thoughts just now. Something the matter? Not especially. I was just reflecting. Say, Ink, did either of the starting dates have any significance to you? That'd be February 17th or March 19th? Well, March 19th is today if our Gemini are to be believed. February 17th, no clue. Huh. Why? Does it mean something to you? Take a guess. Oh no, it's the day it happened, right? Or is that a no? Is that the day that disaster struck for her? So March 19 equals... is today. Right, I'm going to ask her again because I need to know what she meant by take a guess. Any ideas on your ending? Not quite. Right now I'm just trying to figure out how it's possible for two completely different dates to be equal. I wonder if any special dates double in meaning. Special dates? You know, like Christmas or Valentine's Day. From the looks of it, we could assemble either of those dates. There are lots of dates that carry significance though. Even though we can't make every possible date, the number of significant dates is a lot, I'd wager. I'm aware of that. It's worth keeping in mind at least. Oh, for sure. Okay. So why is it saying that February 17th is equal to today? First off. And then secondly, we've got to just try and find something that's equal. Like... Christmas and something else. Alright, yeah, we only have this set amount of numbers. It's not Christmas and today. Today is not Christmas Day. Hate to disappoint everyone. I'm not having any more ideas just yet. I can't help but wonder if I'm not cut out to solve these puzzles. Huh? Why would you say that? I don't think it was Sense intention for me to live this long. Hey, don't say that. Who cares what Sense intention was? You're alive and that's what matters. Still, I kinda get what you mean. These last couple of puzzles seemed like they were catered to Ray. I feel more than a little useless. I wouldn't worry about that, Ink. You're helping more than you know. Yeah, so that hints towards the Ray stuff, like what I was thinking before. Let's see what Mr. Genius has to say then. Hey, sorry I'm late. Any thoughts on this one? My thoughts are that this is another puzzle with a stupid gimmick. I mean, just look at it. Yeah, it is equalized, but there aren't any two tiles with the same number, or the same month for that matter. I've been playing around with it, and it looks like we can only swap a red tile with another red tile. Same goes for blue tiles. So it looks like we'll need to construct each side of the equation with both a month and a number. Yes, that was... I've solved that bit. Like, that was first step achieved. Hey, any thoughts about the missing numbers and months? Excuse me? Notice that some of the months aren't there and not all of the possible days of the months are represented? Oh, right. Nah, I don't think that's important. Sen probably just didn't want to make extra rows on the grid. I mean, we were only going to use 4 tiles anyway, so what's the point in adding more useless ones? Ah, I guess you've got a point. Man, something about this puzzle seems really familiar. Familiar? I think we're just gonna have to keep talking to Ray. Like, let's just check what we've got, right? The 3rd, the 7th, the 9th, the 10th, 13th, 14th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 25th, 31st. So, like, we have New Year. Well, New Year's Eve, I guess. We have Christmas Day. Valentine's Day. That's the only days I know off the top of my head. And like 379 doesn't translate into, unless it's a 1, 319. Oh yeah, the 7 and the 1, 319. 3rd of March. What does that mean? That means something. Huh. Got it. That was fast. What's the answer? October 31st is the same as December 25. I knew it was familiar. What? How is Halloween the same as Christmas? It's an old programming joke. Well, not a programming joke specifically, but any self-respecting computer scientist would get it. Oct is short for octal, which is a number notation with base 8. Dec is short for decimal, you know, the decimal system, the base 10 number system we use every day. I know what the decimal system is. Right, well, it just so happens that 31 in octal is equal to 25 in base 10. It's a joke because October 31st is Halloween while December 25th is Christmas. Listen, I didn't say it was a funny joke. Still, though, that has got to be the right answer. Damn, even I couldn't have figured that out. Oh, even I could have figured that out if I'd known about the octal system. Well, if you want to feel like you did something, you can go ahead and input the answer. Thanks, Ray. Sure. Alright, well yeah, I mean, thank goodness for the hints, because like, oh, we can talk to him again? Oh, that's probably in case we forget. October 31st equals December. Yeah, because there's no way I could have figured that out. Like, I'm glad that the hints are part of a story, because like, it's like Beth said, these are clearly angled towards Ray, these ones. Right. I was gonna say, if this is wrong, then I'm confused. Is there some significance that we are the ones that always input the answer? I don't think so, because they have talked about trying the answers themselves and them failing. We've never seen it ourselves, you know? Easy, we're done here. We sure seem to be tearing through these puzzles, especially the last couple. You mean I seem to be tearing through them? Don't be so vain. You yourself admitted the last few puzzles were computer science oriented. so one would expect you to be the best at solving them. We all have our areas of expertise. Yours just happens to be the most relevant as of right now. Right. We're all unique little snowflakes with our own set of skills. I'm sure you'll have time to shine when we come across the knitting-themed puzzle. Hello, Ray. Please don't use the word snowflake. Fuck off. You sound like an absolute... well, I won't get into it yet, but you sound like a prick. These last few puzzles sure went to Ray's head. Ah, you've already solved it. Yeah, we just solved this one. That was pretty fast. Nice work. Good. Now we ought to be nearing the end of this section of exit corners soon. Any progress on your end? Had someone said something? Ink, almost positive that he heard someone speak, looked around the room but was only met with confused stares. He shook his head. Wait, what? Was one of those lines that I just read not by one of these? Any progress on your end? Pardon me? What kind of progress? That was more aimed at Liza. Did you end up asking your father about any of us? Don't get me wrong, getting out of here alive is priority number one, but figuring out why we're here and who is responsible is also very important. To me, at least. I think everyone's hungry for answers. Anyway, Liza, what did your father tell you? He said he hasn't actually been giving any lectures these last few years, so that it was unlikely that he knew any students by name. Oh, damn. I wasn't finished. He said that despite that, he does know a Sean Ward. Apparently he's pretty smart and does a lot of extracurricular work. That's Sean, alright. He actually started attending BBU a year early. I'm surprised he's in... I'm pretty sure he's one of the engineering programs. I see. Anyway, he also said the name Ray Nandon sounds vaguely familiar, but that he doesn't know what that...
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
Shush! Shh! Go away! But that he doesn't know what these students have in common with each other. So he remembers Ray. I mean, it was probably quite the drama in the university community. Did you make sure to warn him? Yeah, I warned him. Don't worry. Warn him? Wait, warn him? Of what? Except that's Beth. Right, you weren't there. That was wrong, right? Didn't that say Ray? Something might have happened to Sean. He told me that he was being followed and now he's not getting back to me. This is the first I hear of this. We should have just told her. I told the others to message their contacts, hoping they'd take the warning to heart. I would have told you, but I don't have my Gemini anymore. That's my bad. I should have told you regardless. Don't worry about it, Beth. It might not even be related. Hell, I got the warning, but I didn't even end up relaying it to my contact. You didn't tell her to watch her back? How do you know it's her? I haven't told her anything, like, at all. Are you... Ether, now I'm spooked. How do you know about that? Are you telling me that Tiana doesn't know that exit corners even exists? I'm gonna get beat down here and I didn't tell her. Nope, and if she gets abducted to me, don't care. Wait a minute. What is happening? I'm really spooked out. Oh, okay. The realization hit Ray like a bolt of lightning. A surge of trepidation came over Ink. Trepidation, I don't know what that is. Say, Ether, can I ask you something? Ether shrunk under Ray's accusatory glare. Yes? How did you know my contact's name? Oh, didn't you tell us? I didn't tell you a goddamn thing. Ether, you got some explaining to do. Nothing to say, huh? The question now is, how did you know? Would you mind telling me that, Ether? Ether whined from behind her hands. You'll be upset if I try to explain. Of course I'm gonna be upset, but I'm still gonna get the answer out of you one way or another. So go on, I'm listening. Or maybe your boyfriend over here would care to explain instead. I didn't tell her anything. Don't look at me, I didn't tell her anything. It was the truth. Ink hadn't the faintest idea how Ethan knew about Tiana, and getting caught in the crossfire was just about the last thing he wanted. You two have a pretty clueless look on your face. I'm trusting you on this. Now, Ether, tell me, if Ink wasn't the one to tell you, how did you know? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. How did you know, Ether? Tell me. I want to do what you did. Huh? What are you talking about? I have an explanation. I do. I swear. But I only want to tell Ink. In private. Oh god, this is so weird. Like I'm gonna let you do that. Then why don't you tell everyone what you told Ink in secret? Ray scowled. Fine. Go tell him your little secret then. Thank you, Ray. Ink, there had better be a good explanation at the heart of this. If there isn't, you'll let me know, right? Yeah, don't worry. Ray sighed, performed an about face, and marched through the nearby door. Liza followed and Beth followed her. They each looked over their shoulders as they left. What the fuck is happening? I wasn't lying to Ray, you know. I don't know how you could have known about Ray's contact. If you don't have a good explanation. I understand. I thought you might have been eavesdropping, but Beth and Liza had been with you the whole time. They'd have said something if you had gone back to check up on Ray and me. So Ether, I'm asking you, how do you know about Ray's contact? How did you know about Tiana? You're not gonna believe me. So long as you swear it's the truth, I'll believe whatever explanation you have to offer. Ink. It's okay, Ether. I trust you. I'll tell you then. I'll tell you everything. Tell me, please. No! Bastard. Oh, I was so ready for the explanation. What a cliffhanger. How does she know? How is she so stupid to bring up Tiana's name when she's not supposed to know? 12 minutes. That means nothing to me. Name and number. Is that to do with the 379? Is 379 some sort of cipher for Ink? Oh god. Okay. That was chapter 16. I just need to, I'm never gonna stop playing because every time it ends on something, I'm like, I need to know the next thing. And right, so she says that we're not gonna believe her. Maybe she's been told by some outside force, you know? Didn't we had a moment where we were like, I'm sure that I heard something and it wasn't any of the other people talking. If we're in a computer simulation, maybe outside people can contact us, you know? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really hung up on this theory right now. Okay. That was chapter 16 then. You know what? Let's have a quick little look at these while we're here. Still looking about the same, I think. Paranoia is still there, but not doing anything. Alright. Okie dokie. Thank you everybody for watching. I will catch you next time for chapter 17 called 12 minutes and some explanations or more questions. It sounds like we could get some sort of explanation, but that it won't make sense, so hence more questions. Alright, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!